Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Word is bond, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram. RugerRose23 is the place to be. Okay. We got a pay-per-view tomorrow. WWE Crown Jewel. Saudi Arabia. It's tomorrow. And it's not looking like a bad card. A couple things could happen. I mean, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But for right now, we are going to predict everything like we always do. You ain't know how we do it over here. 8 matches. 8 matches. Let's get into it. All right. So the first match we're going to talk about is the one that was actually just added to the card. Maybe like a couple days ago. It is the new women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
This might answer your question. Bliss won 1 award out of the 3 awards nominations it received.
As I said, the new women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss and Asuka, will defend against Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Io Sky. So it was actually a bit surprising on Monday on Raw when not only did Asuka and Alexa Bliss make their return, but they faced Damage Control in the main event for the women's tag team championships, and they won. It was surprising and probably confusing still to people because why did they lose the tag team titles? There had to be a reason, right? And that all could tie into the last women's standing match. I don't have much to say about this match because, again, this just actually got announced a couple days ago and there's really nothing behind it. So it's literally just a rematch. And I'm not expecting Damage Control to win the titles back. So, honestly, Bliss and Asuka retain. It's just literally simple as that. Can't really say much else about that. So, yeah, I got them winning. And now we turn to the Raw Women's title because it is Bianca Belair, Bayley, last woman standing. So these two have had pretty much any match you can think of. They've had, the first encounter was a regular match. Their first match was a regular match, which ended in Bianca using the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. Then their second match was a Hell in a Cell. Their third match was supposed to be an I Quit match, but Bayley got hurt before Money in the Bank, so that never happened. Then they faced again this year, Extreme Rules ladder match. Bianca won that. And now here we are. Well, then they faced again in a regular match, like, what is it, 2 weeks ago, to give Bayley the shot. And now here we are, last woman standing, where the only way to win is you have to incapacitate your opponent so badly, so decisively, that they cannot answer the count of 10. Honestly, a lot of people got Bayley winning. But I think that's probably what's going to happen. Only specifically because of a couple things. One, I think a lot of people had Bayley winning at Extreme Rules last month. I think a lot of people had her winning. And the fact that she didn't win was kind of like, oh, okay. So now here we are again. So now, does Bayley get it this time? I think she may, with the help of not only damage control, but maybe somebody else. I'm not going to say who, because usually when I say a name, it usually never happens. So I'm not going to say a name. So I'm just going to guess that somebody else is going to help Bayley win this title. Because I think we all know all this is setting up for War Games next month. So, and I know Bianca and Bayley will have their own teams in it. My only thing is, I'm just curious how the War Games is going to work. Like, is it going to be traditional? Or are we actually going to make it a Survivor Series with a Survivor Series spin in it? Because that's how I feel like it might be, War Games. I feel like it'll have the War Games match. It'll have the War Games feel, but it'll also have the Survivor Series feel in it. Now, Survivor Series is 5-on-5 elimination style. War Games isn't elimination style. It's one fall to a finish. So, I don't know. But you know what? When I get info on that, or I'm sorry, when we get info on that, then we'll talk about it. But right now, we're talking about Bayley, Bianca, last woman standing. I think Bayley will get help. I think Bianca will get help as well. And that will, in turn, make this help Bayley win. So I got Bayley winning. My intuition is telling me Bayley will win. So I got Bayley winning. Bianca's reign ends. Simple. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right. Next up, we got the OC. AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, the Good Brothers. Taking on Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Judgment Day. So, this match here. It seems we've moved on from Edge at this point in time. Maybe not for another couple months. We're going to revisit that because we all know Edge got to get his lick back. Like, it's only right. Edge got to get his lick back. And I'm pretty sure he will. And Beth Phoenix. I'm pretty sure they both will. But right now, we moved on to Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Because that's pretty much what this is. It's Finn Balor, AJ Styles. Finn Balor had Judgment Day, so of course, he always had the numbers again with him. And then AJ had to call upon his boys, his guys, the Good Brothers, the OC. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows are back. I made a video about it already. This should be a very good match. Very, very good match. This actually should help, and you know what? I think this match actually should help Dominic. I think it should, because Dominic has had it rough lately. Like, Dominic turned heel, and ever since he turned heel, it's just like Dominic's just been getting a bad rap. Like, he can't be heel. He's not convincing. Everything he's saying is pretty much cringe at this point. The man, the man legit called himself 2 weeks ago, this generation's Eddie Guerrero. I mean, if that line right there doesn't specifically tell you, man, listen, then I don't know what to tell you, because that line right there was just it wasn't cringe. It was just like, I don't even know what it is. I can't even call it cringe. There are lines that you say that aren't considered cringe. I think they're more considered why. You know what I'm saying? How? You know what I'm saying? You just have questions. You just want them answered. You know what I'm saying? It's more like that. But, who wins this one? That's a good question. Well, before I even get into the winner, there is something that does need to be addressed. And it is, AJ Styles 2 weeks ago said they need to get somebody to take care of Rhea. So essentially, a woman is coming into this. Or another woman is coming into this, because Rhea always inserts herself and they can't do anything about it. So now it's like, okay, who is gonna enter this situation? I don't know. I've been really thinking about it hard. I'm like, who can fill that void? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it like that. I want to be surprised, and then I could talk about it. Because if it makes me mad, I could talk about how mad it makes me. If it makes me feel good, I could talk about how good it makes me feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just why I never talk about things sometimes. I want to be surprised so I can feel good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me feel good. That's why I'm here for it. All right. I think I got the OC winning. I only got the OC winning because I feel like the woman who they pick will neutralize Rhea. That way Rhea can't interfere. Plus, Judgment Day's been beating the OC's ass this whole time. So it's kind of like, well, you know, they need to get their lick back. So boom, they got their lick back. So boom, I got the OC winning. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another match. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an 8-person tag team match after this. Once the OC introduce the woman that they have. I think that, and after that, you just go like, all right, cool. You know? So boom. That's what I got. I got the OC winning. Bray Wyatt will make an appearance. I know this is not a match, but it is something that's going to be part of the card, and I may talk about it. I'm not sure, but I may talk about it. But Bray Wyatt will make an appearance at Crown Jewel. This whole Bray Wyatt storyline so far, man, it's just making you do the thing, you know, the you know, if you had chin hair, you know, just it makes you wonder. It's like, I want to know. It's like every segment so far has made you go, I'm so curious how this is all going to go. Because I am very curious of how else is going to go. When he first came back, and we first made his appearance on SmackDown after coming back, the character felt so interesting because it was just like, it was like Wyndham. It's like Wyndham himself was talking to you. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, snap, this is different. Because when you see Bray Wyatt just gives you all these different types of, like, this chilly, eerie feeling. You know what I'm saying? This one gave you kind of like an emotional feeling. Like, wow, okay, this is new. This is interesting. All right. And then as he was talking, he was cut off by the guy with the mask on, which is Bray Wyatt. So in a sense, it's like he's gonna go through like a bipolar type of character, where it's like this one character will, like, one side will kind of make you feel good and good inside, while the other one's just gonna be like a whole bunch of violence. We haven't seen Bray Wyatt in a match yet. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I just do know. I just can't wait to find out what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen at Crown Jewel, but he's gonna make an appearance. He's gonna talk, so we're gonna see what happens. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, back to the matches. We got Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross, Steel Cage. Karrion Kross beat Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules in the strap match. Scarlett interfered and cost Drew McIntyre the match. So Drew McIntyre wanted revenge. And revenge he got, I want to say, yeah, the SmackDown after Extreme Rules. Because he caused the car crash that injured Karrion. And then after that, Drew McIntyre beat the hell out of him to the point where Karrion Kross had a #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. He was in that Fatal 4-Way. He got taken out. Rey Mysterio replaced him. So now, we got a steel cage with these two. And, pretty much probably expecting the same thing that I saw in the strap match. Probably a lot of physicality, a lot of ass beating. I'll enjoy it. See, the thing is this, right? See, their first encounter was a stipulation match. This next match is a stipulation match. And a steel cage match is usually a match that you kind of use as we're going to end it here. You know what I'm saying? Like how a Hell in the Cell is, how a Last Man Standing match is, how an I Quit match is. You know? The steel cage match was the original, we're going to end it all here. You know? Now here's the thing. Karrion Kross won last month. Does Drew McIntyre get his lick back tomorrow? And if he does, then there has to be a third match because it's 1-1. You kind of have to have a third match. And if you do have a third match, what match do you make it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be something, you know? It can't be an I Quit match. We just had one last month. You know? It can't really be a Hell in a Cell. Because then it's just like, well, you were just in a steel cage match. Why do you want to be in another cage match? You know what I'm saying? No, we can't do that. I would say Last Man Standing, but we're about to kind of have that with the women, so it's like, that's a little too much, too excessive. You know, I don't know specifically. I don't know how it ends if Drew McIntyre wins. If he wins, then it becomes a dilemma trying to figure out what other match would you want in it, what you want them in. But then if Karrion Kross wins, then yes, he beat Drew McIntyre both times, right? He's beat Drew McIntyre both times, right? So now Karrion Kross is kind of in line for something. He has to be in line for something after this, right? You would think. The question is, what? That's the thing. What? Like, what exactly would he be in line for? He can't really be in line for a world title match. He can't be. So you kind of have to figure that out. And then you're pushing Drew McIntyre further down the line. So now you got to figure out, okay, if Drew McIntyre loses, well, what the hell are we going to do with them after that? Because we got to put him in another feud, and then he probably got to win that to get back, to even get back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, both decisions, you got a lot of thinking to do. But for me, I got Karrion Kross winning. I got Karrion Kross beating Drew McIntyre 2-0. Both 2 times. That's me. Because I got no other thought process around it. So I think I think Karrion Kross wins. It's a steel cage match. I think this one would be pinfall and submission. So if it is, then Karrion Kross could just make him go to sleep. I don't know. But I feel Karrion Kross wins. So Karrion Kross wins for me. The Usos. Brawling Brutes. The undisputed tag team titles on the line. pretty much this match is pretty much going down because of what the Bloodline did to Sheamus. The Bloodline injured Sheamus' arm. That's why we haven't seen Sheamus for the last week. And it's about to be 2 weeks, so we ain't about to see him tonight. So, the Brutes want their shot at the Usos. My thing is, this spot should actually be reserved for the New Day. It should be reserved. The New Day should be facing the Usos for the tag team championships tomorrow. Why? Because as of right now, the Usos are 2 weeks away from becoming the longest reigning tag team champions in history. And when the New Day got a wind of that, they said they were going to stop them from achieving that. And I haven't seen a match yet. So when are we doing this match? What, the week of? Because I guess that's probably what's going to happen, right? It's going to be the week of the New Day Usos, and then they're going to have a crazy match where it's like close-ass near falls and things like it's going to be one of those, right? Like it's going to be one of those, right? I guess I'm going to have to make a video about that. Well, I'm going to have to because it's going to be the longest reign today. It's news, you know what I'm saying? So why not? But I guess that's pretty much what's going to happen. And this match, it's going to be a good match. I assume so. But the Usos retain because, again, I don't see a word. Listen, who's taking these titles from the Usos? I ask you this every month. Nobody ever says anything. Nobody says anything. Your fault. I blame you. Y'all don't say nothing. Y'all want to be quiet. Y'all just want to watch. Somebody give me one thumb up. That's it. Nobody wants to sit here and say, I think I know. Bastards. But I got the Usos winning. I got the Usos retaining. Of course. You kidding me? Usos retain. Batten down the hatches. This is a big one. It's not, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. The Nigerian giant Omos takes on the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman. I figured this match would come. I figured this match would happen. For maybe two reasons. One, when Braun Strowman came back, he needed something to do. He has a little feud with the Alpha Academy, and that ended. Boom. He still needs something else to do. Who was doing nothing? Well, Omos was doing nothing. And I figured, hey, throw him against Braun Strowman. Let's see what happens. Omos hasn't done anything since Bobby Lashley. And that was June. like, he hasn't done anything since June. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's had matches, but it's been those regular matches against no-name people. That's nothing. Okay, so let's put him in the ring against Braun Strowman. Okay. Because there's a lot in this, because there's something in this match that I don't think nobody really pays attention to. Braun Strowman got fired last year. Like, it's been 1 year since year and a couple months since Braun Strowman has been fired. And it was to be said that Braun Strowman got fired to make room for Omos. And Omos didn't do anything. He had a couple wins here and there, but he didn't do anything that Braun Strowman already did. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, this probably will tell you a lot. Because I always thought Braun Strowman, I always thought Braun Strowman was better than Omos. Absolutely. He's done more, and he's been pushed better. Even though Braun Strowman kind of was pushed weirdly in the last couple years that he was here before he got fired. But regardless of it, Braun Strowman is better. So what am I expecting in this match? Honestly, I really don't know. I just hope this match doesn't go any longer than 10 minutes. If you can give this match just 10 minutes, I'm fine. Because Omos can't do much. Omos is so... He can't move, really. He can't do much. So it's like, what the hell do you expect this man to do? You get what I'm saying? Like, so I got Braun Strowman winning. This match shouldn't go any longer than 10 minutes. It should go a good 6-7 minutes. That's it. And that's all I got. I got Braun Strowman winning. I see no other way around it. I got Braun Strowman winning. That's all I gotta say. Next up, the rematch. We got the Beast, Brock Lesnar, versus Bobby Lashley. The almighty Bobby Lashley. I'm going to talk to you people in the comments again. Nobody writes comments. Nobody says anything. Y'all know y'all know when I say Bobby Lashley, the almighty, I gotta say that every time. I didn't do that in the last video. I know that last video. When I was talking about Seth Rollins winning the United States Championship, I was talking about Bobby Lashley. I didn't do the almighty thing. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said a word. Y'all just like to be quiet and watch. I see y'all. I got 2 eyes here, 2 eyes there. You know what I'm saying? I see it all. I see it all, man. I see it all. But anyway. Okay, so I like to call this one the official match between these two. Because, honestly, the match at the Royal Rumble, it wasn't, like, literally, that match had nothing to do with Bobby Lashley. Even though Bobby Lashley walked out with the WWE Championship, it had nothing to do with him. That was only simply to build build up the story of Brock versus Roman. It's literally what it was. And you know that because at the Elimination Chamber, Bobby Lashley got hurt and he still lost the WWE title. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't. So here we are. No titles. Nothing in front of you. Just hate. It's hate now. It's all that. The only thing is, Brock just came out of this was kind of a out of nowhere type of thing too. Like Bobby Lashley was about to finish the United States Championship. He's talking. All of a sudden, Brock Lesnar comes back. Crowd goes crazy. He just says, good evening, Brooklyn, and good evening, Bobby Lashley. Just F5s him once, F5s him again, German suplex him, then hits him with the Kimura, then hurts his arm. That's it. Then after that, Bobby Lashley beat the hell out of him the next week. And then after that, they weren't seen. Then this past Monday, they were beating the hell out of each other again. It's like Brock just wants to fight him. That's literally all it is. Brock just wants to fight him. That's all. And then it's just like, okay, all right. I mean, I wish Brock gave a reason. Like he just said, at the Royal Rumble, you beat me while I was distracted. This time around, no distractions. It's just me and you. No Roman Reigns, no Paul Heyman, no WWE title. It's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I could get behind it. I mean, I'm behind it already. I'm behind this, of course. I want to see this. But I just wish there was more of a narrative behind it. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of it, Brock Lesnar's winning. I don't think Bobby Lashley's winning. I don't think Bobby Lashley's winning. I would love Bobby Lashley to win, absolutely. I would love Bobby Lashley to win, but I don't see Bobby Lashley taking this. I don't. Brock gonna win, but it'll be 1-1. How they'll sell it, I have no idea. But I'll be ready for it. I will be ready for it when it comes. But I got Brock Lesnar winning. That's all I got with that. All this leading up to the main event. The match on the marquee. The big dance. Guess that's what we're calling it. The undisputed Universal title on the line. Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, the big dog, versus Logan Paul. Can we make it 2 for 2 with the Paul brothers? Last week, Jake Paul shocked the world by beating Anderson Silva. I watched it. Silva was slipping. Silva wasn't there. Silva got knocked down. It was bad. It was bad. People called it rigged. Call it what you want. At the end of the day, Jake Paul, he won. Can't be mad at it. Speaking of Jake Paul, a Crown Jewel press conference happened maybe about an hour, close to 2 hours ago. And it's been said that Jake Paul will be in Logan Paul's corner. So the Paul brothers are about to be together on a live stage in front of the most dominant superstar of the last couple years. Yes, this could have went to anybody. Anybody could have challenged Roman Reigns for the title. I understand that. But again, I explained this in my video when this match got announced, that this is strictly for business. This match is just business. It's nothing else. If it's nothing else but business. Logan Paul has a following. Logan Paul has a fan base that will possibly tune in to watch this happen. And that will draw a lot of viewers, and it will garner a lot of money for WWE. Triple H knows what he's doing. Let's calm down. But there has been some reports that Logan Paul could win. Let me tell you something. If Logan Paul wins, I swear to God, I promise you, Lord have mercy, it's gonna be dark tomorrow. If Logan Paul wins tomorrow, it's gonna be a dark day. It's gonna be a dark day. Things are gonna burn. Twitter's gonna lose their minds. It's just a lot that's gonna happen. And I'm not ready for that backlash, so I'm just gonna move away from it. And I'll just tell you strictly off the strength that Roman Reigns will win. There is not a soul, there's not a world, there's not a soul, there's nothing that can tell me otherwise that Roman Reigns will not walk out Universal Champion. He is winning this bar none. It's not gonna be an easy match, I will say that. I will say it will not be, I don't think it'll be a bad match either. I just think Logan's going to put on the show. Maybe it'll be close. Maybe Logan will get that one lucky punch and then he covers Roman. And then, Roman likes to get those real near falls. Like when it's like your hands like right there to the mat and you just kick out. That Roman loved doing that. Roman loved doing that. So I think we're gonna have one of those. But Roman Reigns is winning. Listen, Roman Reigns is winning. Bar none. We're moving on from that. And then we'll go to Survivor Series. Will Roman Reigns be part of it? I have no idea. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? Yeah. That's all I got. That is all I got. Crown Jewel tomorrow. I will be home for it. And I will review it. That's it. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love, support. As always, you already know how we do and what we do. So make sure you view. But until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?